Alright, I know it's live here, but I'm just taking a minute to compose myself because Wednesday to Thursday has been the most hectic 48 hours to be a wrestling fan. So, before we get into the festivities, all I'm gonna say is rest in peace to both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. Terry Funk lived a very long, creative career that will span decades and forged his own legacy that will still be remembered for years to come. And for Bray Wyatt, well, damn, I don't even know what to say. All I'm gonna say is he was one of the most creative people in the entire business, and certainly of the modern era. And we're gonna miss you, man. Follow the buzzards wherever they lead you.
Follow the buzzards. Yowie. Wowie.
And with that, we're gonna have to try to celebrate because I'm pretty sure that's what the boys would want us to do. So here we go. Whew.
And one more thing. We're gonna get chilies.
Actually, I was gonna. Yeah. Even though Bray Number was officially a part of the Dark Order. Could you imagine that, though? Okay, we can't get too sidetracked here. We have a big pay-per-view, and I do mean big. Look at the fucking tagline on the poster if you can read that. Wikipedia is not good at maxing out the size of them. It says the biggest event in wrestling history. And I mean, we're in Wembley Stadium, and we have about 80,000 something people. 80,846 tickets, beating WrestleMania 32's records of 80,709. An estimated live gate revenue of over $9 million, all for the genesis of where it all started for AEW. All in. And this time, we're going to London. Oh boy. Because it's a big show in Wembley, and there's a whole bunch given there, well, and so much, well, the hype is, well, I want to say it was through the realm, but because of the hecticness, kind of, sort of, not so much, and we've had the usual griping with this madness with AEW, but you know what, I'm sure the show is going to deliver just fine in the end, and may even surprise us in ways we couldn't even expect. I'm Coffee Lover 239, and with me, as always, is our resident John Moxley stan, Steven.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And like the old days, it's just gonna be us two, because Shapester got pulled in a bunch of different directions and is now watching Oppenheimer, even though it's not on many big screen formats like Dolby Cinema or Cinemark XD. Way to be late to the party there, pal. Let's see, I don't know where Aiden and Jesse are, and Quijam is actually in London, but he will not be going to the show, unfortunately. It's mostly part vacation, part other business stuff. But we do have some other people in our server who are going there, and they're going to have a hell of a time. And hopefully we do, just watching the dang show itself. So, without further ado, let's begin. Our first match on 0 Hour is Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher versus MJF and Adam Cole for the ROH World Tag Team Championship. So this is kind of bleeding into here to the full rivalry, which I'll break everything down when we get to the main event. But I can assure you, there's been a lot of stuff here, basically. And ultimately now, basically, they could still be championship caliber tag team, despite, well, facing off in the main event. So they
Jesse just responded.
What did he say? I'm busy.
He's at the movies.
He's at the movies too. What's up with people on Saturday going to movies? I know Gran Turismo came out this weekend, but for God's sake. Shit. Have fun, pal. I will relay I will relay Quijam and Sheepster's predictions. Okay, let me wrap this up here, because we have a little bit of time only left before Collision starts. So, they're challenging Aussie Open for the ROH World Tag Team Championship at the 0 Hour pre-show. They accepted the challenge on that week's Rampage, and why are we having this match even though they're going to main eventing? Because... I see what you did there, Steven. But now, what we're having is the opportunity to see the double clothesline! I've been wanting to do that so badly. So who knows what's gonna happen? Coexist, stuff here, yeah. So, Dean, who's your pick?
Um, Aussie. Oi,
It's
Aussie.
Aussie, yeah, there you go, Aussie Open. And funny enough, that's who Sheepster said as well. And Quijam, let me actually pin this. I'll pin his picks. So now I can look at them at the same time. And would you look at that? Yeah. They're going with, Quijam's going with MJF and Adam Cole. I'm gonna probably go with them as well. If they're gonna keep this going, then who knows what the hell else is even gonna happen right now. So, yeah, apologies I don't have background for this one, but something tells me they're gonna actually announce it on tonight's Collision, so just deal with this. It's Jack Perry versus Hook for the FTW Championship. Apparently, Jack Perry has been on a, well, I can't say a roll since his heel turn, but apparently he's been going after Hook, and now he has the FTW Championship, and he's potentially gonna friggin' retire that shit. So, yeah, there's not much else to say, so, Dean, who you got?
To be honest, I really don't care, but I got Jack Perry.
I'm just gonna go with Jack Perry as well. I'm assuming that's what they'd go with as well. They didn't put that one down because it got added so late into the show, as did another match. But now we can focus on the shit that actually matters right now. The main card. Oh boy, do we have a ton of stuff. We're starting with FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Following FTR's defense of the World Tag Team Championship on the August 5th episode of Collision, they stated they had unfinished business with the Young Bucks. They subsequently made a challenge for All In with the AEW World Tag Team Championship on the line. The Bucks accepted the challenge on Dynamite on August 9th, marking the rubber match between the two teams being tied at 1-1, where the Bucks won the first at Full Gear in November 2020, and FTR defeated them on the April 6, 2022 episode of Dynamite. So, rubber match. Wembley. I would say this could go either way, but given the unfortunate real circumstances, it might be a bit more predictable than I think anyone's expecting. So, but then again, maybe not. I don't know. You never know with this shit. Who you got, Dean? FTR, huh? Going against the odds, despite the problem. Quijam said the Young Bucks. Sheepster said the Young Bucks. Sorry, Dean, but you're the lone man out on this one. I think maybe, yeah, I'm gonna just go with the Bucks. Honestly, I'm not even too sure. It could go either way, and we win in the end regardless. Although maybe, I don't know, we'll see, but I'm gonna go with the Bucks of Youth. Next. Oh, I miss Quijam actually riffing this. I really do. And don't worry, he should be back soon. Back before you know it, before the next one. Okay, Hikaru Shida versus Toni Storm versus Saraya versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in a four-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. So at Dynamite 200, on August 2nd, Hikaru Shida defeated Toni Storm to win the AEW Women's World Championship. Following week, it was announced that at All In, there would be a four-way match for the championship, with the participants determined by a single elimination tournament. Now, Shida was already scheduled to defend the title against Anna Jay that night, and defeated her to retain her spot as defending champion at All In. Storm exercised a rematch clause to receive a bye and automatically be entered into the four-way. Saraya defeated Sky Blue on the August 11th episode of Rampage, and Britt Baker defeated the Bunny on the August 16th episode of Dynamite to get their spots. We know how these ladies go. We know what they're capable of. This should be a good match. I hope they tear the house down. And yeah, so who you got, Dean? Oh, Deaner, hello. Ah, shit, I think his internet went out. Just give him a second. He's been having some internet problems. Ah, shit, his internet is screwed. Alright, just give him a second here. We're gonna have to wait, unfortunately. God damn it, nothing's going right. The others are late. Jesse and Aiden aren't here. Quiet Jam's away. Sheepster and Jesse are at the movies, and well, yeah. I'll relay the other guys' predictions first. So Sheepster said Soraya. I'm assuming for the hometown pop itself, because, duh. Quiet Jam said Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I'm assuming because they would just give it back to her because she's so reliable. And me? Well, I don't know. I really do want Sheeta to retain and not be just a transitional champion. But you know that's easier said than done. Hey, wait a minute. Did this guy just... This guy literally just copied the pic. Unless he's saying it. You know, I hate trying to fill dead air with this, by the way, but I do want to just say there has been so many bad issues with the women's division on the whole that more or less it has been, well, you know, just too brutal sometimes to deal with. Shit, while I'm at it, I may as well refresh this. You know, I don't know who to pick. Why don't we analyze each woman and see what we can do? So, Sheeta retained, she'll still go on to have a decent reign. Soraya wins, we have at least, or Tony gets it back, continuing her reign there. Soraya gets it back, new in the Outsiders, we could have some potential jealousy thing here. Britt Baker wins, well, I guess we're back to where we are. I don't fucking know. Shit, you know, I really don't know who to pick, honestly. Let me actually find the odds, just in case. Because right now it's at... Okay, well, none of these ladies are in the positive match, but Sheeta's there, so... Fuck it, I'll have to put it down here. There's still all that arguing from before. Shit. I don't know what to do right now here. Again, I apologize, there's not much, but... Shit. Well, there's a ton... There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the worst part is, we still have another one here. You know what, I'm just gonna have to move on to the next match. But... I will try and just ask him when he gets back, basically. So, we gotta keep going. It is Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage with Prince Nana and Luchasaurus in a coffin match. That's right, people. Have you ever heard of a tag team coffin match? Neither have I until this shit. So, Darby Allin and Swerve Strickland have had a years-long on and off rivalry predating AEW, going back to their days wrestling on the independent circuit in Seattle, Washington, of which Allin is a native, while Strickland hails from nearby Tacoma. What about Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland's rivalry? We're still waiting. They've just forgotten. So the feud intensified on the August 2nd episode of Dynamite when Strickland and Mogul Embassy teammate A.R. Fox, who himself had a history with Allin that also predated AEW, attacked rookie wrestler Nick Wayne, who Allin had taken under his wing as Nick's late father, Buddy Wayne, had trained Allin at Nick's home gym in Seattle. On the August 9th episode, Allin confronted Strickland and Fox, along with the rest of the Mogul Embassy, and Allin's longtime friend slash mentor, Sting, helped Allin fend off the group, setting up a tag team coffin match at All In, pitting Allin and Strickland Sting against Strickland and Fox. On August 23rd at Dynamite Fighter Fest, after Fox and Swerve lost the Tornado Tag Team match to Allin and Wayne, with Fox taking the pin, he was kicked out of the Mogul Embassy. After that, Strickland introduced Christian Cage, who Allin had been feuding with ever since late July after he won a shot at Cage's ally, Luchasaurus' TNT Championship at All Out, as his new partner for the match. Now, I know what you're thinking, right, with the current Mogul Embassy. Why not literally use anyone else, basically? You have Brian Cage, at least. Why not use him? What the hell? I don't know. Maybe there's something going on with ROH stuff. He is 1/3 of the world 6-man tag team champion. Yes, but I don't know. Dean, he's back online right now. Hold on. Let me, shit, fun. Alright. You're back! There you are. Okay, real quick here. I had to hurry up here, so give me your thoughts on who's gonna win the women's Fatal 4-Way between Saraya, Sheeta, Storm, and Baker.
Sheeta.
Thank you. Now we can go back to this here. I was talking about the, I had to go on a little bit, so I was talking about the tag team coffin match and some of that stuff. But now you're here, who do you think's gonna win?
Sting and Darby.
Sting and Darby, huh? Let's see, yeah. They said the Mogul Embassy as well. I'm starting to think Sheepster just copied fucking, just copied Quijam's picks there, because there's no difference. He just copied what I said, so yeah. Anything Quijam says, Sheepster says. But yeah, so they both, as a result, say the Mogul Embassy, but I am gonna go with Sting and Darby Allin on this one. I think it just makes more sense here in the revenge. Or it's not even the Mogul Embassy. Look at that. This is actually the old title card before AR Fox was kicked out of the group. It's Swerve and Christian Cage. Yeah, because I guess we had to get him on there somehow. But at least he'll actually wrestle. Next, the Golden Elite. Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page versus Konosuke Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold. Rock Hard Juice Robinson and Jay White. Sadly, we have no background for this one either, but blah, blah, blah. There's still leftover blood here between them all. Blah, blah, blah. Takeshita's temporarily allying with the Club Gold to get back with them all. Ibushi and Omega together once again for the first time in what feels like an eternity. You get the idea. Dean, you're up.
Wait, which one are we on?
We're on the Golden Elite versus Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold.
Oh, the Elite.
The Golden Elite in this case, yeah. And they say Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold, Quijam and Sheepster, and I'm going with, I'm gonna go with the Golden Elite on this one here. Because you don't have them here lose so rarely when you're bringing them on, so I'd like to think that at least, but knowing this company, who knows? Oh boy, here we go. The first ever live in person, in a full arena, mind you, Stadium Stampede with Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, and the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, and Penta El Zero Miedo. Unfortunately, his brother Phoenix is written out because visa issues, so they made it an injury, but they can't be honest, whatever, because something kayfabe versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and the returning Santana and Ortiz. That's right, not only are they finally back, they're back together. And they're teaming, basically, with them, because they've still got beef with Eddie Kingston and all, so, yeah. All I can say is, welcome back, Santana and Ortiz. Your presence has been missed on TV, and, nah, we saved the other line for there here, but holy shit, a live Stadium Stampede in Wembley. They're gonna have to do this in another part of the building. Or maybe, who knows, it bleeds over into the main ring. I don't know. Oh god, I can only imagine. I'm getting too anxious. Who you got, Dean? Who you got?
I got BCC.
And that's what Quijam and Chiefs are also saying, the BCC. I think that probably makes sense as well because of this instance here. So, especially with Santana and Ortiz now back, you're not going to have them go down on their first show back, especially a big one. So yeah, Blackpool Combat Club plus Santana and Ortiz. Now, will they be permanent members afterwards? I don't know. And here's the only match that I could not get a proper fit for. Unlike, yeah. It's Chris Jericho and Will Ospreay. And there's no background for here either, but Jericho is going to sing himself to the ring if that's something. I think that's a first, though. Yeah, don't sleep on this match. That's all I gotta say about that. Dean?
Osprey.
The boys also said Osprey, Quadjam, and Sheepster, and I'm gonna go with Osprey as well. We're all in unanimous agreement. Next. This is what Punk wants. This is what Punk gets. It's CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for the real World Championship. Yeah, the one that he's had in that mysterious red bag the entire time, Punk. During the 2023 Owen Hart Cup tournament on the July 8th episode of Collision, CM Punk defeated Samoa Joe for the first time in his career. On the August 5th episode, Joe recapped their rivalry, going back to their time in ROH, and he challenged Punk to a rematch at All In so that he could prove that he was better than Punk and gave him 1 week to answer. Punk did not answer Joe, who escalated the matter by attacking Punk during his match the following week. And during Collision Fight for the Fallen on August 19th, disguised Punk attacked Joe and accepted the challenge, which made official with this real World Championship on the line. So who's to say where this goes, or eventually whoever ends up with this belt will eventually have to clash with either MJF or Cole, depending on who wins there. So that should still be interesting. I know not a lot of people are excited for this and they wanted something else, but there's a whole heap of trouble that we don't have time to get into right now. So, Dean, who you got?
Punk.
Yeah, Quajam says Punk. Sheepster says Punk. This is another unanimous one we're going with, because I'm going with Punk. Here's the other match that was not added until now. It's the House of Black. Hold on. If I can just remember their names, yeah. Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King versus Billy Gunn. So I guess this is his last hoorah for good before he hangs it up. And The Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster in a 6-man tag team match for the AEW World Trios Championship. Yeah, they've been feuding a little bit. There's not much here to go off, but you know what? They're going to tear this house down because in London, everybody loves The Acclaimed. Hopefully we get some fire raps from Max Caster.
In London?
Oh, yeah. Who you got, Dean?
I got House of Black.
I mean, they probably would agree with you at this point, let's be honest. And I'm going to agree with you as well, the House of Black. So, which finally leads us to the match that everyone gives a shit about. The realest one. This is the real match that everyone's keeping an eye on. MJF versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship. So in June, MJF started a rivalry with Adam Cole. He faced on the June 14th episode of Dynamite a World Championship Eliminator match, which ended in a 30-minute time limit draw, which ruled him out of a future championship match. They were then paired together in the Blind Eliminator tournament to receive an AEW World Tag Team Championship match on the July 29th episode of Collision. They won the tournament and failed to win the titles. During this time, MJF and Cole would become friends, much to the dismay of Cole's old friend, Roderick Strong. And MJF promised Cole that regardless of the outcome of the tournament, he would give Cole a match for the AEW World Championship. And on the August 2nd episode of Dynamite, MJF followed through with this promise and gave Cole a contract, scheduled the match as the main event of All In. Following week, in addition to their AEW World Championship match, Cole, who still felt he and MJF could be a tag team caliber, yeah, we already established that, but we didn't establish the big stuff. I tell you, this is going to be the most insane thing ever. Like, seriously. Like, we're going to have an actual... And there's going to be a determinate winner, by the way. There's not going to be any time limit draw, or at least not in the traditional way, I hope. Normally these ones usually throw in like 60 minutes or whatever, but... Holy hell, this is going to be one hell of a night. I don't think they can do it. Well, it'll be night for them. It'll be day for us, basically, in the States here, but you get the idea. Anyway, yeah, we know what these two are capable of. That first match there on Dynamite between them was just a snippet of what to expect. It was a snippet of what to expect, because honestly, I expect them to go even further, even crazier, even more all out. Yeah, see what I did there, yeah. I expect them to go more crazier with this here than they did on that TV time limit match. And a longer match? Oh boy, you never know what's gonna happen. So, who you got, Dean?
I got MJF, baby.
Wow. Quiet and Sheepster said, Adam Cole. So now it's up to me to break the tie. Stop it. Stop it.
Make me.
Dean, please don't. Please don't ever say those two words again.
Okay.
Or am I gonna even it up? Or am I not going to even up? Well, let's see. MJF is the current odds-on favorite. And I suppose if he wanted to have him reach 1 year to full gear, it would make more sense to have him win here. On the other hand, he's had a pretty long reign, all things considered. Don't know if he's the world's longest reigning AEW World Champion. No, he's not. He's still got actually quite a ways to go if he wants to surpass Omega in his one reign. And Moxley in his combined 3 reigns were, 347 days. Wow.
Woo!
Goddamn, son. But I don't know. I don't know, really. It's tough. If you had Adam Cole, you could have further attention, but that depends probably on if they even win if they win the World Tag Team Championship. Because if they win one, someone's not going to win the other, and vice versa. For now, I'm going to even it up and say MJF, but don't be surprised if some crazy shenanigans happen knowing this show, and yeah. And that's it. I know there wasn't much to it here, and things are a little crazy right now, but enjoy the show. To those of you who are going, have a hell of a time. Everyone watching, have a hell of a time. I know there are some people like within us who are in the vicinity at least, and I do know at least there are some of our other podcasters and other people we follow are over there and they're ready, man. They're ready for this shit. I hope the rest of you are, despite this. I want to thank Dean for being here as always with me. Thank you, Dean.
You're welcome, guys. And remember, we're really glad that you're our friend. And this is a friendship that will never end.
It's only to you.
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up there. The next show, we should be back next week, and hopefully things will not be as crazy here, and we'll have the double feature of Payback for WWE and All Out for AEW. So, with that, take care of yourselves and each other. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time, everybody.